11, 12 years old.
Go ahead.
And come on, Coach. She was about 11, 12 years old. We was at the basketball court, and her coach was there, and which is a man, me, my daughter, and a bunch of kids, and some teenage boys, probably like 16, 17, 18. That they get on the court, they come on the court, they smoking cigarettes, they cursing. While these
Outside basketball?
Outside basketball
okay.
court. It's like a neighborhood basketball court, but it's maybe 3 or 4 groups of people, like my daughter and her coach, another kid and their coach, another kid and their coach. All of them being coached by grown men. I ain't talking about 20-year-olds, I'm talking about 40, 50-year-olds.
Okay.
And these little boys come on here, they cussing and I'm looking at the men and they not saying nothing.
Yeah.
We got our daughters, our children sitting here
and
they're not saying nothing. So I went and talked to the little boy. I'm like, hey, we got kids over here.
Yeah.
And they's like, I'm sorry. And they were real polite. And when I came back, he was like, Miss K, you can't be messing with these little kids.
Yeah, because they would think somebody gonna kill you up. Yep.
And I said, to me, that right there is the problem in our community.
Go ahead.
We got so
afraid.
The men are afraid of the children. That is not the way it's supposed to be. And now me, I'm supposed to be feminine, soft, and gentle. I see 3 grown men out here who ain't do nothing, but it's my job to protect my child, even while I'm watching these 3 grown men that would not protect my child. And so now I have to exert masculine energy, and now you get mad at me because I'm masculine. But I'm outside with 3 men that did nothing.
Excellent point. And I understand that point, because as a man stepping up, a man will be challenged way quicker than a mom, because I've seen it before.
But our men are supposed, you're as a man, you're challenged to be a protector.
I understand. You go get challenged and shot in the face way quicker than you will. And I've seen good, but I know, I understand. Most of the dudes, all of the dudes should have went together. But
you don't have to challenge no children. All of the dudes going together, that is humiliating. That makes you go on guard. You got some teenage boys over here. Okay. Now you got 3 grown men walking up on them. Yeah, now they like, what you was, walk one guy. Hey, come here, man, let me talk to you. Pull them over to the side. You ain't got to embarrass no children. You ain't got to talk loud and be all ignorant. Just pull one to the side and say, hey, man, talk to your boys, because we got kids out here.
And you know, I did that before, but if you watch King Richard, which I'm sure it's a 50% chance.
Yeah, and he still stood his ground. At
the
end of the day, he still stood his ground. Men are challenged to be men, and nobody said being a man was supposed to be easy and soft and gentle. They just said you're supposed to do it.
I know that, but listen to this. I mean, and I hear your point of view. I'm trying to go home to Sania, and I'm trying to go home to Sania, and now I got a 50-50 chance on this approach right here. Which I've done it, and I have not done it, because I have to assess this situation. Are they wearing blue rags and stuff? Or can I talk to this guy? Which one is it's assessment.
But that's the thing we're talking about. That's the individualist approach. A community approach is, I'm in charge of the whole community, not just Sania. Because what you're doing is you're letting these boys run amok. One day Sania might run into them. The same boys you scared of.
So you're saying every time when a guy see it, he should do this, even though everybody crazy using it. You put.
What I'm saying is, until
I understand your point of view.
When we were growing up, we had kids. We still had 17-year-old boys when we were growing up, but we respected our elders. Why? Because they started a certain amount of authority.
That's correct.
Now our men do not do that, and these boys sense the fear, and they're not afraid of our men anymore.
And it's, all the reasons why too.
Yeah,
the police took authority,
and all the reason they're like that is because the men disappeared. So if you want this to change, the men got to reappear. And
so when we reappear, that means reappearing. Some of us get killed, some of us don't, and then it don't matter.
A whole bunch of people got killed to get shit right. I ain't saying that be ignorant, but what I am saying is the day that a grown man is scared of some children to a point that a woman has to step in to get some authority, you will never get the respect you're looking for from a woman.
And so, I mean, and I understand
that. I'm sitting back watching.
And because I've seen these situations a lot of times. I've seen it where the man and woman fighting. It's the similar situation in today's time where you see a black man and a black woman getting into a physical fight. You got some dudes that ran over there and lost their lives, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not doing it because I'm dead. I don't see Sania. They ain't coming to my funeral. They back together.
I think that's a different scenario altogether. I'm just
Okay.
and the reason I say that's a different scenario is because that's something relationship stuff that go on in the house.
Okay.
And get to the man before he becomes the guy that fights the woman.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you on that.
So
okay.
then when there's more men who don't do that, now you have a better chance of feeling good about walking yourself. Now that's not, I'm talking about start with our boys. I'm not saying
Okay.
to no relationship,
Okay.
violence crap. I'm saying grab these little 16-year-old, 15-year-old
Go
boys
ahead.
and make them respect our community again.
Yeah,
That should
and
be
I agree with
right.
that. I mean, and I do this in the
If
barbershop.
they
Go
sit
ahead.
back and let the woman do it,
Go ahead.
do not be shocked when the woman is not looking at you with authority, because what you showed her,
That's
you
true.
can't handle no teenage boys. So don't come standing in my face trying to handle me,
That's right.
because I have to handle the teenage boys while you sat there and did nothing.
And I agree with that. And I do agree with that. And I also agree because I know these situations. I've seen so many of them.
Bobby, I grew up in these situations.
I know you did. I'm not challenging what you're saying. We both saying the same thing. I know that woman, if you ever seen the movie Crooklyn, when that girl was all up in his face, because we as men, black men, no matter how tough we act, when that woman come in and just remind you of your mama, and you ain't gonna be so quick to pop off. But when it's a dude, and then half of their fathers ain't there, they got that anger for him, they quick to King Richard you, even though, yeah, he stood his ground, he took a serious chance, and he prevailed. And it's so many that didn't prevail. It puts you in such a precarious situation. Because I would hate to do that in gunshot and I don't see my damn daughter.
Well, I mean,
I have to make a wise, and I ain't got no community to support me, because I am the dude to challenge stuff like this, and I got to be very wise when I do this. I done been jumped by Bloods and Crips, so I already know.
As a leader in your community, what I'm saying is, you're saying I don't go home and see my daughter. I get it. But what I'm saying is, if you're not around, you're not creating a safe environment for this daughter you want to see, because you're not getting these boys in order. So
that's right.
Your daughter can run into them same boys that you ain't say nothing to in the park, and now they're assaulting her.
That's true.
So your job is to get the boys in order by any means necessary. We done have plenty of leaders die for the cause.
Okay, and then now now look, I talk to soldiers too, and their point of view, like, okay, we can get them in order, but their point of view is like, when they step up, they with the gunplay or whatever, and just ridding you and cleaning up no, you got a group of men that I know, they always strap, and they like, look, I don't play with these boys. Like, if they gonna do this,
that's why they have the problems they have. You don't walk up to no teenage boy with no damn gun and expect.
No, he's not walking up with no gun, but they armed just like they armed, and they like, hey man, whoop de whoop. And if it go down, they have no problem with icing you, because if it comes to that, if they say it, if it's me or them, it's gonna be them.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but we put in that position. Wait, we put in that. These girls are gangs members.
That's disgusting.
What?
That's disgusting.
So these soldiers.
These kids leave the house. Devin, his friends. Devin ain't no killer. Devin ain't no murderer. Devin ain't none of that. What he might be is a kid that's away from his parents, so he talking too much. He might be a kid that's away from his parents, so he's cursing. But Devin ain't no murderer. So
right.
You don't got to walk up to Devin to tell Devin, hey, young man, watch how you talking. You don't have to walk up to him threatening him.
No, I didn't say that. I said.
But what I'm saying is the weapon is unnecessary. Talk to these people.
Everybody is packed. They're packed, and these young men are packed.
The kids that I talk to in the park, they handled it fine. And I do this everywhere I go. When I see kids out of line, I know these men ain't gonna say something that I do, because I feel like it's my job.
Okay, and I understand that. And you're a woman, and we as men, we as men, it's a certain different type of threat, male to male. And I am talking about certain type of men who come to the barbershop who are always armed. Always.
Well, I'm not talking about men being armed.
No. I'm just saying
We're
they.
not talking about the same
I'm
thing.
talking about when I say always armed. A lot of people always armed.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about gunplay. I'm just talking about playing a role in our community. Adding gunplay makes this a different conversation, and that's not the conversation I'm having.
I'm okay. I'm saying how it can end if it is not done properly.
Okay, but it also can end just fine. Why do we always got to go to the worst part?
Okay, well, because you got to think it all out before you make that. Hey, man, can y'all calm down? Can y'all calm down? Because I'm acting out right now. Can y'all calm down? We got children. We got women, children over here. The best response, oh man, we cool, OG, yes, yeah, or the King Richard. So you're saying regardless, check it every time and put your life on the line. I'm gonna think about it because I'm gonna really assess this situation.
That goes back with what Dr. Umar said. That's fine, you can do that, but just understand that don't be alarmed when you get the type of women you get. This is what the world is creating. Because a woman, I guess me and y'all think different, but mother,
we think a little different.
As a mother, I'm not gonna let nobody make my child. I'm not gonna have my child in an environment that's not safe for them, and I'm not gonna pull my kid away from a park because of some rowdy teenagers. So if I can stand my ground, I expect the man next to me to be able to stand his.
I understand
and
that.
If he can't, that's fine, but he ain't no man to me.
I understand that because I've been to park with Sunil plenty of times.
That's why women are where we are right now,
and that makes sense.
We are so.
This is the great debate thing because, like, I talk to a lot of dudes and dudes be like, "Yeah, man, I seen it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We just left." He said. I almost had to beat up the young dude. Matter of fact, it was Rashawn and some other dude. And said the young dude checked the old school. And they was about to squabble out there. They was just friendly game basketball. And because of hip hop, gangster rap, drill music, you have to be very careful. And I understand because I've been in situations where, hey, and I'm respected as OG like this, but sometimes on the West Coast, it's been way worse, and that was a long time ago.
All I'm saying is, on every coast, I've been to the West Coast too. I guess because I'm a woman, it's not valid, but it is.
No, it is valid.
At the end of the day,
it's valid. And what I'm really making, I'm saying as a woman, women get passes that men don't get. So therefore, we have to be extra careful. Like, hey, young man. Okay, now that is versus, hey, bro, can I talk to you for a minute? We have to be very careful in our any man.
You don't think a woman has to do that? The same kid that got the mentality to take you out, you don't think will have the mentality to take me out? If that's his mindset, grab my gun and act a fool?
I think that women get, from my assessment in all these years, women do get a type of, because of that motherly and reminding you of your mother versus.
And if fathers were more present, then fathers would have a fatherly approach when they approach these
and
boys.
we have not been. So they're already angry at the male.
So the fix is to just get more involved.
Like I'm doing now.
Not just, oh, we can't. Yes, you can. Like, we're never going to get this right if we don't fix these kids. We're going to always have the same problem. And it's not the little girls, even though they fast as hell. It's the boys. If we don't get these boys in order, we're just going to have generation after generation after generation of weak ass, soft ass. You know how many men is on social media doing TikTok dances and stuff? I
see them.
That is crazy.
I know. I ain't even maybe watch that effeminate.
This grown man is sitting here. He done worked out a routine, a 30.
I already know. It makes me feel some kind of way just even hearing about it.
And now it's the masculine men doing it too. Like the ones who appear masculine. This ain't all.
Just like when we was at the thing and I was saying, this guy was masculine, you was like, it wasn't masculine to me. Like I was thinking, yeah. So, and I'm really hearing you. And
to our boys, I could take on the approach, and people have. They could take on the approach. People have looked at, even my son, people will look at him and say, oh, it's too late. It's too late for him. He ain't gonna make it. You can give up on him. Or you can roll your sleeves up and get dirty and go ahead and say, no, he's gonna make it by any means necessary. If I got to change my entire lifestyle to get him where he's going, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say, oh, well, he's a lost cause, I'm done.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right. I'm watching you live it right now. I'll give you a great example. I was cutting a guy's hair, and he was in a really tight situation one day. And because they tell me these stories, I've heard every story. He said, BT, I was raised down in Swats in Atlanta. And he said it was this young dude, he didn't have a father, right? And he was go for dad, and his father wasn't there. And I'm gonna give you exactly what he told me. He said, and there was some other kids and they was playing with the ball or whatever. And he was like, the young boy took the ball, threw the ball away or something like this, voicing how he felt about the situation. And one day, that boy, and his girl was out there and he beat that girl up real bad. My client, an older dude, my age, he said, this was a violent young man. And he took the liberty to say, hey, dude, man, you know, I don't even think you gotta. And he said that dude stepped back, looking at him like he was about to kill him. And and the way he looked at him, and then he just walked off. And he said he was put in the situation there. It was a very day. He said something, but he said that he wouldn't ever put himself in a situation like that again, because he said he felt he was almost, because the dude was in the heat of his anger after beating this girl up in front of him. And in all of these situations, because it's talking about not being loved. The dude didn't have a father. Like, he threw the ball away, beating this girl up, and then you trying to check him, hey man, you ain't got to do that. You gotta pick your shots carefully.
You're talking about a man. I'm talking about children.
No, I'm talking about that was a boy who beat that girl up.
And at the end of the day, he said something he didn't. So he stopped, right?
Yeah, he gave him a pass.
You think he gave him a pass, or he could have changed that boy's mindset. He could have just snapped something into him like, okay, let me get it together. You don't know what impact he had on him. We automatically assume the negative. It's always the poison. We go with the poison. He could have just changed his mindset. He could have made that boy a better person from that day forward.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know I know that he felt his life was in danger, but he did say something. And he said he wouldn't ever do that again because of the way he felt about it. But he knew that boy, because when he saw him throw that ball away, like, and he told me that boy ain't ever had his father around, and he had always had anger issues.
And with all of that built up, he said something, and the boy didn't do anything. That's the part. Like I'm saying, we harping on the worst part of this story, but there's a really good part of this story. He stood up and he said something, and the boy didn't do anything.
Okay.
Just do something. We automatically get to, oh, it's going to be horrible. But then I think about all of these people before us who stood up for all of these different, separate, individual things for us as a people.
Right.
They were losing their family. They were walking away from their children to make life different for us. And we don't have no men in our environment who are willing to do the same thing. They're not willing to. I got to get home to my baby. Imagine if that's what all of our leaders said in the beginning. Where would we be? Somebody.
You know, we talk about that too, and we talk about our leaders did all of this, and look at us. Look at.
We're not being beat. We're not in slavery. We're not giving birth to children that's being snatched away and we never seen them again. I know my kids. I know my kids' dad. They can go get a job. We're able to drive the cars we want. We're able to do the things we want. I'm able to get up every morning, go in my refrigerator, cook and eat without nobody beating me and making me go outside and pick cotton.
We are getting beat.
We've come a long way. I haven't been beat. Maybe you, but ain't nobody.
No, I'm talking about all these murders and stuff. It seems different. No, I'm talking to cops. And
See, that's
everything.
why this conversation is about uplifting our community, and only thing you can think of is all the
No,
every
no, no.
time you say something, you say
It is
the
not
negative
the.
part.
It's not the only thing.
Everything. Roll back. If you're recording, roll it back. You've only
Okay.
commented negatively.
I
About
know
every
what you're
single
saying,
action.
but I'm just saying before anything go down, you have to look at the positive and negative. You just
But
look
you're
at the.
not looking at the positive.
Hold up. You may be, let's say you're speaking all the positive, right? And let's say I'm speaking all the negative. You still have to weigh both of these things. I know people who say, oh, I'm going to do this and only look at the positive, then the negative slap them and they ain't even consider it. You should consider both sides before you go make a move because it helps you to be more strategic.
You couldn't possibly be talking to me about thinking before you move. I know. Because I'm one of the most strategic.
So do you just think the whole positive, or do you think this could happen? Because you overthink.
I overthink, and I think there is a possibility of something bad happen. But
Okay.
I also think the possibility of not doing something is worse.
I agree with,
Worse.
okay.
I think leaving weeds in the garden kills the entire garden.
Okay.
That's just how I feel. I am an advocate for my community. I'm not going to back down from that.
Okay.
Say because I'm a woman.
I'm an advocate for my community too, as well. I do this on a daily basis. Been doing it for decades, and I've gotten this age by being smart and wise, not foolish. And I know a lot of people who've been foolish, and they're not here anymore.
And there's a lot of people who've been strong and they are still here, but you only harping on the people who are not. You're only harping on the negative. There's a lot of people who are powerful forces in our community, and they're still alive. Almost 60, 70, 80. They didn't back down. They still here.
Okay.
But you're only speaking of the people who are not.
Okay. So I'm only speaking. This is like having a meeting before going in the streets, which means that we've said and harped out all of this, and then we go on the street. I'm still going to be an advocate and be smart about what I do.
But you will watch some children cussing and smoking on the basketball court.
Not me. No, not me. I'm not going to do that. I'm just telling you what I saw. Okay? And I'm telling you certain instances where I've seen fights and didn't do anything, and I've seen things by making an intelligent decision. Would that be smart with these boys with these blue rags? Because I done been jumped by these boys with these blue rags and these red rags. So nobody is a better advocate to me to know what to do and what not to do in certain situations.
By both of them don't mean you're the best advocate.
I didn't say I was the best anything.
You just said nobody is. You just said nobody is better than me.
Okay, well, let me get my words correct then. I have been in these streets from coast to coast. And so I'm a good advocate of what to do and what not to do. Smart moves, not so smart moves, because I made smart moves and not so smart moves. Okay? In drugs, out of drugs. So, what I'm saying is that both sides need to be looked at before some organized plan is implemented on how to go about doing things. For instance, not knowing the time. It's like the old man who is going to help somebody on the freeway right now. I don't think that's smart.
Devin just was riding home from school and saw somebody in the middle of the street and he stopped and helped them.
I'm talking about the old man on the freeway.
Okay, so the freeway is the difference?
Yes.
Freeway versus
the freeway with the girl. Lamira saw a woman on the freeway with a child, and Lamira had her daughters in the car and said, hey, I can go get you gas, but I'm not going to take you in my car with my children. I thought that was smart.
Okay, what's your point that you're
My point is that in these when I grew up, it was nothing to stop somebody and help them off the freeway and this, but we're living in a jacking culture and all of this, so you have to be smart.
But nobody is negating being smart. What we're saying is figure out what smart is and action. Do something. You're going to this route of smart because everybody is bad and the possibilities.
Not everybody's bad.
Okay, whatever. My point is this. You're going from a place of, you gotta, of course, some stuff I guess I feel like don't need to be said. We're talking to adult, mature people. Mm-hmm. You don't have to tell a person to think. If you got to tell a person to think, you got the wrong person on your team anyway. You should have thinkers in this. You should be dealing with people who are capable of working through a complete thought process. So that's not the people I'm talking about. What I'm saying is get a group of educated men and y'all do something. That's it. I'm
Okay.
not talking about run out stupid and no, just
Okay.
get a group of men together and do something.
Do
Your community
Okay.
needs your presence. And until we have your presence, we're gonna have
A lot of people.
man and woman problem, which is gonna create problem children.
A lot of people in the barbershop, even Claude Anderson said, if you don't know the name of the people in there, you have no community. This is fragmented. Don't touch my children over here. Don't say nothing to my children over here. And then, so it's a huge issue. So this little that I'm doing here and the little that I do in the barbershop with trying to educate children so they don't end up in those situations. What else is required?
Grab another man and get him to think like you think. So he
But-
could do a little bit too.
But the other dude who
You
got
grab
it,
the dude, grab another dude. Grab the one who can see it the way you see it.
many.
But I don't believe that. That's
Well, I
don't
talk to
believe
these
that.
guys every day.
Bobby, just because you work in a barbershop don't mean that you can speak for every man.
I
You
ain't
speak
speaking for
men in
every.
Hiram.
I'm speaking for the hundreds that I talk to.
Okay, Bobby, but you know how many people on the earth? So maybe you attract hundreds of men that ain't shit. But what I'm trying to tell you is there are a lot of men like you. I just said that our men are so like we don't give our black men enough credit. They out here. We act like they not, but they are. We got some
We do
powerful
better.
black men.
We do better. Like if me and I'm in a group, like when I was in the Nation of Islam, we do better in a group.
Yeah, but that's what you said, so what should I do? I said, get another man. He was like, but don't nobody think like me.
No, I'm talking
I said,
about-
well, listen to me. So I said, so then get a different man. So that process was saying, get a group. Find
Yeah.
the people that fits and do something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It was- and I
So
agree
the
with
Nation
that.
of Islam, that's great, but everybody ain't in. There's still men, good men, that's not in the Nation of Islam, that is still prepared to go do something. Once y'all formulate a plan or whatever it is, get out here and do something.
Okay, formulate
Like
a plan.
The Big Brothers program, all of this stuff, they're out here. There's names on that roster. When you look for a big brother, there's a list of big brothers to choose from. So they're
I need a
men who
mirror.
want to give back.
Now, okay, and I'm glad I mentioned the Nation of Islam because it was easier with that group because then we would go out and, it wasn't just one person.
But that's it's like you're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying you, Bobby, got a really good idea, a handle on how to give something back. Even if it's just a little bit, it's more than what most people are doing.
Okay.
Collect another person, someone young, a Jeremy or whatever the boy
Okay.
Jeremiah or whatever. He might know someone. Who does Jeremiah know to think like him? Get him. So create a group is what I'm saying.
Jeremiah got a nice network.
Get active. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I agree with that.
That's it.
Okay, let me get that down there. How does Clipper feel? We almost good. This is a damn good video. Damn, this is 27. This is gonna be worth talking about right here. Because this is gonna be worth talking about because I already know what's up. Man, I done heard it all. I ain't going down here and get it, man. These boys. And she's making great points too because you were challenging. Red was the worst. He was like, man, I ain't dealing with these. I've seen what they do. You did. So I'd be listening to all of this and be like, yeah.
And he ain't wrong. I mean, these kids are out of control.
Look at it.
These kids are doing a lot.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there's so many more.
That's the
We
thing.
ain't cut.
Keep talking.
Yes, good.
You like it? Keep talking. Cause this, if you,
I just think there's
Go ahead.
there's so much more. It's like how the media focuses on the horrible things. They black on black crime as if that's a real thing. When that's not a real thing. Every neighborhood got crime.
I know, because it's white on white crime, but they don't say it. I
But they
understand.
don't say it. But they say it so much to us.
This needs to be around here, so every time I cut your hair, boom.
I think there's moments.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
They
I
say
got a
it
mirror in
so
my bed before I
much
break
to
that
us,
one.
though.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, head back. Talk, cause
I'm saying they say that so much to us that we start
Believing
repeating it without even knowing that we're repeating it. We might change the words, but we're saying the same thing they're saying,
Talk.
and it's not true. Our kids are not all bad. There's
And
like,
you know I
there's
know.
a handful of bad ones, and they the only ones we focus on when we think about giving back in our community. Devin has how many boys on the football team, Devin?
85.
85.
damn,
boys. That's
85 on a football team.
on both sides, yes. So now let's just pretend that those 85 boys that play football, let's say 5 of them ain't right. Let's
Okay.
say 80 boys that can use that are boys that you can walk up to and say, hey man, chill out. Or maybe call Coach White on you. Like
Hey, listen in for real.
that's what I'm saying. That's just one school. There's 85 boys on the whole football team. So it's not
How many
that
schools?
we're overwhelmed by bad kids. It's that we only focus on the bad incidents. We don't focus on the time where the kid, Devin just pulled over on the way home from school to help some guys had his hazards on in the middle of the street. That's a 17-year-old boy pulled over to help a 20-plus-year-old guy.
Go ahead.
That's something that a teenage boy who physically people will look at and say he's a threat.
Go ahead.
6'4", 300+ pound, big old boy
Dang.
pull over.
Yeah, boy, you
with his big old
massive.
black truck.
Yeah, don't you ever.
And all he did
raise
was get
up
over and help somebody.
the
He
police.
didn't do anything bad.
That's
He helped
right.
somebody. He's not. There's a lot of Devins out there, but a lot of them don't have anybody. A lot of them don't have a body
You're doing
to
good,
come
bro.
say,
You're
learn
doing
the laws
good,
of
bro.
success.
You really impressed me today. And the way you talking, oh man, I wouldn't want you to be in a debate with big guys in the damn barbershop. I would have to.
Because what they'll never see, the people who will never see it, they just will never see it, and so there's no point of arguing with them. That's why I say, that's not my audience. But
Okay.
when you get 50 of them, the same one that won't listen, you have 50 of them to talk to the one. Now y'all all in the barbershop having a meeting on what y'all about to do for the community next. I guarantee you, Mr. These kids ain't shit gonna listen.
That's true.
But we have to start. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Head back. Go
I'm not
ahead.
saying
I'm with
that the
you.
kids are perfect. I'm just saying
And go ahead.
help them. Let's save the ones we can.
I'm with you.
So
I'm
we don't
with you.
have these- and then you'll get
I've
rid
been
of
with
these
you. That's why the family
masculine
unity
women. Y'all, we so angry
and
about
effeminate
masculine-
guys.
Oh, and feminine. Oh.
Yeah,
There's nothing
effeminate.
disgusting
Yeah,
about feminine.
them two creatures is, oh Lord. And some's got to happen different. This ain't how it should be. Cause I'm really tired of living low. So come and rise with me. I'm that guy. And
There's
so
nothing gonna happen to our men. Our men is the only ones can do, because what the women are doing, we're picking up the man's job inside the home.
Go ahead.
We're here raising kids and
outside
working
too, if you
40
telling them to do that,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we're doing everything we know to do. The ones who are doing it, I mean, I know there's some women that ain't doing nothing. So
That's true.
And there's going to be people who, of course, going to hear that and be like, because somebody, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that
Go
raised,
ahead.
probably the same people who's talking about women probably was raised by a single mom.
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking about that woman. What I'm saying is they're doing everything that not only are they working 40, 50, 60 hours a week.
Keep talking.
Not only are they working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, coming home, cooking, cleaning, helping kids with homework, doing laundry, they also out here trying to feed our children. We protecting our kids. Some of us out here cutting grass and changing tires.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
I can't even say it and
Go
right,
ahead.
right. Like they're
You hype
taking,
tonight.
they're pulling on so many
Go ahead.
roles. And I'm just like, and then you want to know why you can't just walk in and women they mouthy. What you mean we mouthy? We've been at work all day. We tired. We ain't sat down. It's 10:30. We ain't sat down yet. And y'all want to come in the house and talk about we mouthy? While y'all coming into a meal fix, y'all full, y'all laundry done. Y'all ain't got to do nothing but walk in the door.
Go ahead.
But we mouthy.
Keep talking.
Our role, we carrying too much weight, and we're starting.
Okay.
Women are expressing it in ways that
Go ahead.
it's coming out of time.
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, give us somebody so we don't have to be this way. We don't want to be this way. Women want to come home, take their cape off,
Okay.
put on their little family house robe.
Okay.
We want to be soft and gentle and loved, and we don't want to be like this.
Okay.
But if we don't do it, and if y'all not doing it,
Okay.
then what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me give you a hug. I understood.
Whatever, then you gonna go make a video talking about me later.
No, I finally got
saw
to.
your other videos. You left here
I got
talking
to
about me. I saw them.
I got to one of them. You made that point. Now I want you gotta make a point. How do you feel about it? You heard both points of view. Come on. I wanna hear this.
I feel like since I'm a teenager and I got homeboys that's crazy, like they carry guns, all that. So I feel like as a grown man, if you come to them as respectful, they gonna come back with respect. Ain't no kid. Most kids don't have the heart to shoot somebody for real. They play that tough role.
Go ahead.
But they don't really have the heart to shoot somebody for real. So if a grown man come up to them with respect, they gonna give you respect back.
So somebody like me, the way I go ahead.
You a little loud.
I'm sorry. I already got shot. Damn, look.
Yeah, you know.
Culture, help me, culture. Oh, no, damn. I'm
You
done.
dead.
It's over with.
Yeah, you dead.
Damn, honey. You done got me killed now. I ain't able to be here for you. Damn.
No, I'm saying like, but
He broke it down and you know it's true, honey.
Go ahead, Devin. Keep talking.
But keep talking. Make the point. You
no, what
over
I'm
here.
saying is, a man,
Go ahead.
when a man come up to a kid,
Yeah.
you know, they'll respect you.
Go ahead.
As long as you come into them to respect, because it's a book that we read on the football team.
Go ahead.
I keep forgetting it.
She couldn't say nothing a little loud.
Oh, let him tell the story. Go ahead, Devin.
I keep forgetting the name of that book.
Wow.
But it's about like leadership on the football team, and it's like it's about a whole bunch of fears.
Go ahead.
Like young people got they got fear of embarrassment. So if you come up, hey bro,
Yep.
I told you to stop cussing. And I'm like, bro, you talking? You know, because there's people around.
Now they popping off.
Okay, go ahead.
see what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
So-
ahead. So got to be calculated,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I feel like if anybody respectful, most people ain't gonna say nothing to you. They gonna be like, all right, I got you. They might still be mad, but they ain't finna be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So if I'm like, bro,
hey, man, you know,
come on, man.
come on, man, I got my son right here, man. Can y'all just chill out or take it down the street? You know what I'm saying? They gonna be, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? My fault. That's what most people
A
gonna say.
little loud.
You're a little loud. I don't know, Mr. Bobby.
No. She done I can see now she done got me. I'll be mad to
That's what
say.
they gonna say at the barbershop too.
No, man.
Kill messing with that girl.
Which you ain't. I told you. Oh, man, they can
Hold
hear.
on. And that's the point.
I like that, though.
Is the same that Devin was saying.
Yeah.
These kids they not as hard as they walk around with guns. So half of them ain't never even shot a gun. They got guns. They don't kill nobody.
I like how you check me though. You're a little loud. Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm.
I'm just keeping it real with you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I just think that
Yeah.
they
Okay.
still gotta do it.
Yeah, but have to definitely check that enthusiasm though. I would definitely have to have lesson 8 in that
Yeah,
instance.
there you go. Self-control.
As a man, okay, Devin.
I know.
Hey, you know
Boy,
what?
on fire today.
I'm talking about my baby ain't smart. You go dead. But no, I mean,
Turn around.
you see
Have a
that?
seat.
I just saw that too.
Have a seat.
What is it? Hair on my neck?
No, I gotta blend that better. Come on, pull that up. We're gotta have you right. Man, go up more. Man, you said that. Wow.
I got partners. I got partners that I grew up with. I got partners that I grew up with, and I seen them react in certain situations like that. Naturally, anybody's not gonna respond well if somebody come up to them disrespectful. Nobody will.
That's the one thing I always tell people about kids. Quit embarrassing these kids because you're creating a defensive child. You ain't gotta embarrass them. You don't have to yell and cuss them out in front of people. I don't care how mad I am. I will pull you in a corner and tell you everything on my mind, but I would not embarrass you in front of a group of friends. It's just not right. And you can't expect respect if you're not giving it. They're still people. It's just,
And so you need to do some, but you really gotta watch your approach. So, like I was right, you gotta really assess this thing.
You give them the
Especially-
same respect.
Yeah, you give everybody the same
Give them the
respect,
same respect
no matter how hype.
Because I'm respectful, but I am loud.
If you
So-
was in there being loud and somebody said, "Man, you need to shut up," you gonna respond one way. But if they like, "Man, calm down a little bit," you gonna respond another. Give them the same respect. You
I ain't never had no problem with respecting them. I'm just loud. I don't mean no disrespect, but you really have to watch that in these times because they can easily be misconstrued.
I'm telling you, most people scary. That's why most young folks have guns. Because they be scary. So you come up to them loud, they might be scared.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, I don't know what they mean to do to me.
yeah, because I have been misunderstood like that before too. Yeah, so
Like, Culture, she was scared of you. And then she figured out who he was. She like, he cool, he just loud. He worked the same way with everybody.
wow, you on fire tonight, bro. Culture made my night tonight. Culture show. I bought that Valentine's thing because I visualized Culture on it and Culture felt me. And that Culture, man. Now then we'll be able to. I want you to look outside and see how that thing look that has been sitting out there with you.
I'll check it out.
Now you see the video. This video right here carries weight. This one right here, and it needs to be chopped up and everything because this was the one people ain't seen inside of you, but they see how you serious about community. Then your part. It's gonna be crazy. When then I fall over the thing. It's like boom, 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 boom. Get on out of here. And then she couldn't say nothing about it. She was like, yeah, that Bobby would be in I would be, hey man, I got a whisper, right? And I don't got that middle, it's hard the middle of the road thing with me.
He's so
Damn.
enthusiastic.
Damn. Oh man, it makes it so difficult. But I could do it though. She said I ain't able to work in a library. Do you think I can work in a library? Where's your bookmark? wait.
You know, you're like, man, that book right there is fire.
How long do you think I can make it in the library? A week?
About
20 minutes.
Oh, look, they don't got the laws of success in here.
That ain't the real one. You can't get this one.
Damn.
He'll show him his book and he'll show him his laws of success in 37
So I'm for the gym or the Coliseum or something.
You're supposed to be on stage, Bobby.
Yeah.
That's where you shine.
Wow. See how we made the video without the spirit freestyling. You're so passionate about community. Lord have mercy. Be like, this girl gonna get me killed. I can see it now. Hey, BT ain't here no more. Dudes will cry now. People will cry. They'll be like, but that ain't doing me no good floating around. He was a good dude, man. I told him. I can see him that damn witchy ways.
I told him that.
Nah, he said they used to love him being graveyards. Like, oh man, okay. I gotta get my self-control on. You right though.
I just really believe if we're not gonna see a change starts with our boys, our young boys.
Okay.
So they don't grow up and be cookies and Ray Rays.
Now stand up, let her see it, cause women got that real good eye. Turn around. Let me see it. Look at the front. Let me see. Okay. I like that much better. That blend. Look at it. Yeah, boy, you on. We live in the blind side. Hey, I want everybody to know. Look, this the new blind side. Go over there. This the black. That's the black Sandra Bullock right here. This big blind side guy, and I ain't that weak father dude. I'm that holla black guy. And so we're mentoring and we're helping in the community. Come closer. And we want y'all to do the same as a community. Come and rise with us. Peace be unto you. All right.